Well, good morning, YouTube fans. It is I, Big D, expediting with Big D, coming to you live and in person from beautiful Laredo, Texas. Those of you getting interested in expediting, you will hear about Laredo. And when I used to hear about Laredo, no one ever actually put any video out. So over across the street there, that's the Flying J. And that's where a lot of people hang out over there. And this is the TA where I'm at. Now, just so you know, it's Monday here. I think it's the 7th. About 9 o'clock or something like that. I'm out here in a t-shirt. It's in the 60s. But you can get an idea what it actually looks like down here. And this is actually low amount of units here, because generally you don't see those straight trucks there. This whole line here would be nothing but vans. And even through here would be nothing. You see the east would be nothing but vans. So as far as units here for Monday, it's low, because this is generally packed like sardines. But I'm going to give you a little look around so you can see it. And there's probably at least this many, if not a few more, across the street at the other one. But yeah, this is it. TA. And there's the gas price, of course. And there's your main drag coming in. If you get in expediting, you can plan on getting in here a lot. Getting down here is not hard. Getting out of here is a problem. And the reason being is all the freight's coming to the border. There is freight coming across, but you can see the units stacked up waiting for a load, and it goes cheap. And when we talk about cheap freight, I mean, yesterday I was hearing prices in the 50-cent range. If you take freight for 50 cents, you're nuts. Why are you even coming out here? That's just totally retarded. But I'll be leaving here today, hopefully at 3 o'clock, heading over to Tennessee. And you can see my van doors are open. There's my van. And I'll give you a little tour of the upgrades in the back. I put in Easy Track. That's those. And I just screwed right on top of this composite board all the way through the sheet metal to the bottom. And I used rubberized spray. It's like $5 at one of the auto places. Underneath where the screws came out to keep it from rusting. Now these boards, this track I got at Harbor Freight was $19 a section. There's 4 sections, you figure 80 bucks. I got these boards, they were Home Depot, $7 each. Had them cut them there. They go all the way back. And these boards aren't, you see they're solid. They're not there to basically hold freight. They're there to guide it in, that's all. So it doesn't slide around. So they're only held in here. Let me see if I can find them where I can get a good look at it. But there's L brackets. That's what's holding them. So L brackets hold them, the wheel wells, so much so they don't scuff up the wheel wells. I got these at Amazon. I got 10 of these things. Yeah, like, I don't know, $25, something like that. And I got, this was a $9 board, 2x10. I got 2 of these. And these are the clips that will clip these in. I'll show you. You take this and the camera in the hand's lazy, but you push this little thing down here, you lock it in, it locks in there, and you put one over here and you drop that 2x10 in between the two, and it stops them from sliding around. And then it doesn't turn side to side. I'm picking up 3 skids today. Hopefully I don't lose the bunk, but you can tell I've slapped the mark over there with that paint, that black undercoating paint. That's at 50 inches, so it's 150. So I can get 3 skids in. I just don't want to have to take the bunk down, so if I can turn them sideways, I can get them in. Now you see a step ladder here. When this is not in use, hangs right there, right down the thing there. But there is a step ladder. That's for, just makes getting in my bunk easier. I just step right up here, and I'm in my bunk. So much more easier. And that's looking out the back. So when I'm in here, just made a mess of my floor. I like to keep my place clean. I have these curtains pulled like that. You might want to put some light on. Let's see, lights, there we go. And then you can see the living quarters. And of course, these are to keep the light out at night so you can sleep. But this is this is my little living area. And there's the heater at the vent popped up now. And I just took the board I had at the other one, cut it, turned it upside, and put those furring strips down on each side. And they're just floating in there, they're not going anywhere. And screwed them in, and that's how that's attached. It's not any rocket science here, folks. Where's the ratchet? Now, if I have to take this out, all I'm going to do is lift up and pull each of these out and let these hang. And just flip the thing up on the floor and just turn it upward like a bulkhead to the front of the seat. And the skids will go right in. Oops. I'm stepping in that. Oh, that was smart. I have little footprints going through my van. I'll wait till that dries out. But it gives you an idea how this thing is set up now. There she is. I went over the straps in the last video, and these will probably get used today with those 3 skids. Of course, you have food and storages on the side now from this being done. So it's just a new setup. It works really well. Open it back up again. There we go. It's a new setup. Works really well. TV. I was watching movies last night. Inverter. And I have a little thing I put there to hold phones and stuff when I'm in the bed. But you will set your van up any which way you want to. This is just easy. This whole setup was to be inexpensive and easy. I mean, I would say probably total build out. Inverter was 130, the batteries were 80. So you got $300 there. Cables, 50. About $350. Switch, it's $29, $30. $375 for the inverter. $75 for the refrigerator I bought. So there's $450. Microwaves roughly 50. There's $500. The bunk cost me $50, $550. The mattresses and stuff were another $100, so $650. The sleeping bags were about $100. $750. Tracks were about $100. $850. The wood, $900. Clips, $950. And the straps, $1,000. The heater was, a couple hundred once I got everything done the way I did it. $1,200. Curtains. This is all done in the walls and the insulation. This is all done for about $1,500. I didn't do it all at once either. I, got out here, and I tell people that get out here. I used a Coleman cot, and I found I didn't like it, but I did do it for about my first year. That's what these hooks here were for. I had 2 of these, one here and one here, and they were actually put side by side like that, there and there, and the cot would go right on top of it, just hang on the wall there. But that's when I first came out, and they were right there. So from that point on, I have upgraded to this system. Old Total Movie down there, so when I want to watch a movie, I had movies on yesterday. But this gives you an idea, hard hats, vest, safety glasses, gloves, vest, steel-toed boots. Those are a must, so you know. My pallet puller, all this, about $1,500. The whole thing was done. So you can do it inexpensively, and there's really no effort into it. I mean, it was just taking your time and just putting it together. I mean, I did the bed in the parking lot at Lowe's in Arkansas. I did these when I was at home last over Christmas, and I did the heater Thanksgiving. So you just take your time, do a piece at a time. The only thing I got left to do now is the air conditioner, and that'll be done in the spring. So this gives you an idea. Laredo will be here a lot.